position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will get the first swing of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Turning it on. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
With the catch, it's Barney. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Pucks it out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to throw it again. Grab over the middle. It's Hunter. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike. For the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Huskies offense will have its first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, you These guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yet defenses, I feel bad for them. And that's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Cornhusker. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And he will score! Touchdown, Husker! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
To the air, it's Fafita. Release to the back. That's caught. It's Washington. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass. Scrambling away. Going to try to get it himself. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. Washington wants to go quickly.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch them off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Got a man. It's Harris. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got some room to run. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Nebraska. What a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
The inside handoff. He has the first and still on his feet. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job.
Gonna let it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force it.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a first and goal. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Fit it in the window for the score. The Little Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like having it. Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
He's moving out of the pocket. Kept it, and he's past the marker. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Pocket breaking down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Rolls it in. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to take off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And it's no good. He missed it. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. Gives it on the option. Runs through a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defender. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Huskers will boot away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
The sure hands, it's Williams. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Now he's going to break the pocket. Pulled down for the tackle. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Off the play fake. Looking left. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Scanning the field, it's Fafita. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They go to the ground. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Cornhuskers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Dead center perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. A keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running back searching for a hole. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. If they didn't get it off in time, it'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Let's go. So we open the final period with a third down play. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. From midfield looking for room. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The give to Davis. Shakes off the defender. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is the part of the game where you can really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Here we go. The run from the shotgun. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Gives it on the option. Runs through the tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Byrne. Quick spin on the run. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one. Oh, and he got a hand on it. It's blocked.
Yeah, and how about this defense? They've been struggling all day long. You're in a huge deficit, and you finally come up and make a play, block a kick. Maybe this creates some momentum now for your offense, and maybe they can go bail you out and make this a ball game.
He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Makes it past the marker. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll try the run. Past the sticks and still on his feet. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, 2nd and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. It's 3rd and short. I still got 4th down as well, so don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run. Then it could take some big shots and man coverage down the field.
It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success, because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to end